Keeran, I think you're the last but not least, I could say probably this time.
Last but not least. So I'm going to talk to you guys about reporting. So we've had Advanced Insights and Patch Insights out now for about 18 months. I patched my PC now. So I'm going to show you through Patch Insights and then I'll go over to Advanced Insights in a second. So this is Patch Insights. It's a cut down version of Advanced Insights. It's the same install code, but based on your license details that we got. So whether you're on Enterprise Patch or Enterprise Plus, you'll have access to Patch Insights for ConfigMgr customers. So this is a reporting interface, which is reading your ConfigMgr database, which makes it more user-friendly. ConfigMgr is very dense in its data. The reports in SSRS, it's very flat text. There's no charts in there which you can use really. So we come up with the reporting interface for Advanced Insights and Patch Insights. We get a home dashboard for seeing which version of ConfigMgr you're using, how many devices you're managing. We can drill in, we can go and see what different version of the ConfigMgr client you've got in the environment as well. So we can drill in, we can see this information when this loads. And then we can see all the different devices from here. We can also drill in individually to a device and we can go and see like a mini resource explorer of the device information. We can see what the manufacturer is, what the model is of the device. Is the device online? Has it done hardware inventory? Has it done any discovery data information? We can also go and see what updates has it got on the machine. So has the device scanned against the latest catalog from the ConfigMgr environment? When's the last time it scanned? What SCCM software update point has it scanned to? Here we can list what updates are required on the device. We can see which updates are installed on the device as well, which is quite handy to see. And then moving over here to the left, we've got our software update node, and then we can have a more granular dashboard of our software update point information as our SUP synced. If there was multiple SUPs, we'll be able to see the downstream SUPs here and have they synchronized. Have we got updates that are required for deployment? So these are updates which have synchronized in ConfigMgr, but have not deployed, have no deployment data behind there. So if we click on this, we get a nice little report of different products that you'll have synchronized, but have not have any deployments behind them. So you may want to create a deployment, or you might have some old software updates products that you synchronize or you don't need anymore. So you might think you might want to get rid of them, like this ODBC driver down here. And then if I wanted to, I can drill in further. We can click into the software update data, see the metadata inside there, see which devices are present on the update, what's the content size of the update as well. And then is it a member of a software group, which it shouldn't be because it's not deployed and there's no deployment data behind there. Similar to like the ConfigMgr console, when you click on all software updates, this is the dashboard which you get presented here. So we'll be able to search for any updates in here. So let's say if we want to look for a Google Chrome update, we can go and see which Google Chrome updates are there. We can see this is the latest one that's been deployed, but it has no deployment data, no deployments behind there. So me as a ConfigMgr admin, I might need to go do some work, go and see why this is not deployed, but it's installed on some machines. So it helps me do some troubleshooting. And I can see the compliance based on my collections that I've got in this environment. So if I change this to, say, Windows 11, these dashboards will change. If that's a bad collection to choose. Let's try this one. And we'll get some compliance data from there. And then we can show you data for our software update groups and our deployment data as well. If you've got deployment stats there, we can see the compliance on them as well. Switching over to Advanced Insights now quickly. So I've got to go a bit quick here because it's a bit short on time. You can see now we have more dashboards here on the left-hand side. We've still got our software update store, but we have more data in here. So Advanced Insights is continuing the data which is inside Configuration Manager, but we'll extend the hardware schema and get you to deploy our inventory extensions. And there we can collect more modern OS data, such as displays, so we can see which monitors are connected to devices. So I'll pick my device here. So we'll click on this device, and where we can see I have an internal display. I have two Dell monitors connected to my display, but also I can see which is my primary screen. So if I'm in a support call scenario, I can see which is my customer, which screen are they using. They may say, oh, the cat's true for the cable. I can see which cable they're connected to through, so I can ship them a new cable straight away, which is quite handy to see. The other things that we collect is battery. So this is quite interesting. So we can see what the battery health on devices are. So based on from their full charge state to what they are right now. So we can see that this device is at 40%, 44% battery health from when it was first manufactured. Again, you can toggle on any of these dashboards to any of the data sets you wanted, or you can search for a particular computer name if you wanted to. So let's have a look for 066. So I can see if there's a device with the host name of 066, I can see that from here. The other things that we collect inventory data for, which is quite good to see, is user installed applications. So inside ConfigMgr, it doesn't collect user installed applications to date. So using the inventory extensions, we can collect the user installed apps. If I drill into this dashboard here, so I can see that we have 50 user installed applications. I could do a search. Let's have a look for OneDrive, because this is the thing I like to search for. I can see there's 252 devices with OneDrive, which is user installed apps. Drill into this and I get a report of all those devices there. But also what I can see is we've got 7 different versions on this machine. So if I click on the individual device, you'll notice now we have lots more tabs in Advanced Insights like we have, unlike Patch Insights. So we can drill in here, but also I can do another search under the display name. Let's have a look for OneDrive again. I can now see all the different versions of OneDrive that are on the machine and the usernames associated to it as well, which is really handy. If I wanted to, I can then go over to the users tab. I can have a look, see which users they got. So there's no console users, but I can click on the users profile tab here and actually run some actions against the device and hit delete, and this will delete the user profile off the machine, which is handy for you to see. Things that we have in Advanced Insights is our threat analytics dashboard. So this is where we're collecting the CVE information from NIST, Red Hat, and the Microsoft Security Resource Center. So we have the compliance data of the software updates from the devices, but we don't have CVE information. So we can pull that in and marry those data up. So it gives you a dashboard of which devices are affected by which CVEs, and we can show you the critical and the high scoring ones in a sliding scale. If I click on, say, this CVE, I can drill in here and I'll get a list of all the devices that are affected by this CVE and which updates I need to deploy to remediate this CVE as well. If I want to go and see if this update is deployed, I can drill in further. I can then go and see the metadata in there and go and see, is it a member of a software update group, or also go and see the deployment stats behind there, well, the deployment data behind there. So is it deployed to my workstations? Is it visible? Is it hidden? Am I suppressing the reboot, which is really handy. Again, at the bottom, we've also got our Patch My PC update. So if you have third-party updates synchronized and they're published in the catalog, we'll collect the CV information and show you what vulnerability you've got from the third-party updates, which you have in your catalog today. And over here on the right-hand side, we've got our Cyber Essentials critical update compliance. So these are updates that are deployed in the last 10 to 14 days. One of the other things that we collect is warranty data. So we have warranty dashboards for Dell, Lenovo, and HP and Toshiba today. So there's a couple of API keys you need to get, and that's documented on our docs page, which is in the resource links. And then we can collect in warranty information. So if I want to see more warranty information on, say, some Lenovo devices, I can click on this. Let's sort this by computer name. Let's see if I can find one that I would recognize. Let's pick on this X1 Carbon. And if I click on the warranty tab on the individual device model, I can then go and see a little picture of the device, what is product ID, and also what warranty data is cached behind there as well. I'm looking a bit pushed for time here as well. So there is many more other functions in here, but I did promise at the beginning of the thing, we're going to show a little bit about our Intune reporting, what's going forward. We're currently in private preview. Oh, my screen's gone. Private preview for our Advanced Insights for Intune. This will live in our cloud portal. So the guys have demoed our portal earlier, but we're going to introduce a new node in here. We're going to have our Intune reporting node, which is going to do live graph calls to your Intune tenant. So you get nice little donut charts, which you'll be able to drill in and see more information. And also we're going to be introducing to go and collect more inventory data with more than what the Microsoft Graph can give you. We're going to introduce our client. So what the client is, that's going to build on the data set that we have and collect more inventory data on our Patch My PC update compliance. We're going to collect hardware inventory data, just like I showed you about battery health and external display, and pull in more sort of thing for now.
Join over 8,000 organizations who trust Patch My PC to keep more than 25 million devices up to date. It's secure, automatic, and built to scale. See for yourself. Book a live demo with a Patch My PC engineer or start your free trial.